Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, whichever applies. It's your guy, Catch These Hands. We have a domination match on Fault Line today. Xbox One X World of Warships Legends in the new Tier 7 Premium French Battleship, the Jean Bart. There were two ships in the class, the Richelieu, and it is a Richelieu class battleship, the Richelieu and the Jean Bart respectively. They were known for their high speed, and they were also known for powerful anti-torpedo defenses. They weren't entered into service until 1949. By then, there was a major push towards air power and air defenses. So it is also known for powerful AA. Not really too applicable for us at this point in this game. So who cares? The rating for it you're given is a 94, but you're probably not going to see it anytime in the near future. So we'll dive into the numbers. Survivability, HP 69,000, armor 18,430 mils, and your torp damage reduction is 32%. Your numerical survivability rating is an 83. It's not that great. You really want to be careful about turning broadside to anything in this ship. Literally, I mean, like, it's not a deny, but still, just, you'll figure it out. Just be very careful. Because your guns are front mounted, we'll dive right into that. Your artillery rating is a 92. You have 2x4 380 millimeter front mounted turrets. They're on the front of the boat. They're mounted 1-2, and they're stacked high-low. Offset, but stacked high-low. So you can focus, aim, shoot at the same target at the same time with all 8 barrels. And they are effective 8 barrels, let me tell you. And effective 8 barrels. Your range is 19.3 clicks. You can really, I mean, ma belle, man. You can reach out and touch somebody. Your reload is 22.9. Your 180-degree turn time is 35 seconds for the turret traverse. Not that great. But with this ship, because your guns are front mounted, you tend to keep the action in front of you. Your secondaries, who really cares? A lot of numbers. You can look them up if you get the ship. They don't really matter. The majority of them are rear mounted on the ship because your main guns are forward mounted. So if you're running away, if you got to, and sometimes unfortunately you have to in this ship, your secondaries can be popping off. But in my humble opinion, secondaries don't do a whole lot. And every now and then they'll catch a destroyer on fire for me and you know, take the last little bit of health and kill them. But I probably have less than like 10 secondary kills in the 8-9 months that I've been playing this game. So I don't ever put anything into secondaries, always into the main guns, focused on range, precision, and damage. So your HE shell, max damage 5,400, your fire chance 36%. Not great, but with a 23-second reload, you can put some rounds downrange, so your fire chance is not too shabby. AP shell damage 13,001. Awesome. This thing hits. You're going to see that at one point in this game. Just absolutely wrecking a battleship. It's outstanding. Your maneuverability in the ship, overall rating 38, not that great. Your max speed is 28.7, that's without the speed boost. Your turning radius is 850 meters. Your rudder shift is 16.8 seconds. She's fast. She is not that agile or maneuverable.
Problem solved, sir.
With the ship, again, front-mounted guns. You're usually controlling who shoots at you by controlling the range. And if you dictate and control the range, you are fighting the battle on your terms, and that's the way to do it. You are going to spend time going forward and backing up in this ship, which is more important to me when I pilot it than left-right maneuverability. So moving on to concealment, your overall rating there is 34. Detectability by sea, 14.7 clicks. By air, 12.3 clicks. Guaranteed detection range, 2 clicks. Firing in smoke, 14.1 clicks. Don't forget, you also have the Titan camo. That is going to bump your C detectability range down about 4.5% and is going to affect positively incoming shell dispersion by 4.5%. So I think the camo looks pretty stylish anyway. Blue's my favorite color, so they pretty much had me on the level. That being said, anti-aircraft, again, 94 rating, but who cares? The mods I went with, I can break down all these numbers, and I like the numbers, I think, as I said in a previous video, but man, that's a lot of damn numbers. So I'm just going to go down the mods, plus the numbers might be, I was going to say they might be different, but they wouldn't be different. They're different. The commander is going to affect those numbers, but not the mods. And anyway, I went with Aiming Systems Mod 1, Prop Mod 2. I went with Prop Mod again because backing up forward is super important on the ship. I feel, at least anyway. Target Acquisition Systems Mod 1, Main Battery Mod 3. The Main Battery Mod 3, I believe, hurts your turret traverse, but helps with dispersion or precision. Could be wrong, might be range, but I think it's precision or dispersion. That being said, as I said before, you're using your main guns 20 times, a million times, whatever more than you're using your secondaries. Your secondaries are pointing to the rear end of the ship. You don't want to go broadside to anything. You want to keep it all in front of you. Man, don't mess with a secondary build. Repair party consumable. You get 3 of them. 28-second duration, 80-second reload, 3.55 HP per second is what you'll heal. Your main battery reload booster, greatest feature about this ship. Your duration is 15 seconds, your reload is 180 seconds. Your max speed of the booster is 50%. So wherever you're at in your reload cycle, it's going to cut that down to 50%. Or, I'm sorry, cut that down 50%. So if you are at 5 seconds, you have 5 seconds left to reload, you hit the reload booster, it's going to take you to 2.5 second reload. And it's going to, by the time you reload, you're going to have taken 2.5 seconds off the 15-second counter. And then that would count down as you would start reloading again. It would have your reload again, but when you run out of the booster mid-reload, it takes a little bit of time back 1. So try and use it strategically. You don't miss. I like to use it at the beginning of a reload. If I use it at 22.9 seconds, I am saving 11.45 seconds off of a reload. That can really help. But it can chunk down a bunch of time, even though it adds a little back. It can chunk down a bunch of time if you use it when you only have 1 or 2 seconds left. And then it halves a little bit of time for that reload and then halves some time for the next reload as well. And as long as you keep, you gotta do the math, right? 15 seconds, it's going to activate and start counting down as soon as you hit it. But at 22.9, half of that's 11.45, so that's 3.55. If you actually run your booster, if your reload is 22.9 seconds and you run the booster at 3.55 seconds or less on your current reload, you'll have that reload time and have your next reload time. No time would be added. So you're only saving 1.5 seconds, but then you're saving 11.45. You know, when you look at the time, that is 11, that's 12.45 plus another half a second, so that's 12.95. So literally, that's like 12.95, almost 13 seconds total you're saving off of reloads. There's no way, just number mechanically. Like if you look at the mechanics, the numericals, it's 13 seconds you're saving. Time is everything. Call of Duties back in the day, I always used to use sleight of hand. Anything that gives you a time advantage is super, super important. So, main battery reload booster, you get 2 of them. Extremely, extremely effective, especially when you have a destroyer rushing you. You can even switch ammo types, then hit the reload booster. It will cut that whole reload process down. And new shells will cut it in half, whatever you reload. Engine boost, max speed plus 8%, duration 180 seconds, reload 180 seconds. I want to say I get up around 32, 33, 34 miles. I should probably do the math, but I don't have my phone or my calculator near me at the moment. But the max speed, you can get to clipping in this thing a couple digits over 30 knots for sure. Commander, I picked JoJo. My inspirations are Celiax and Cunningham, and I currently have JoJo at 1. His traits are flashed up on the screen at the very beginning of the match. You can pause it and look at it and go through. I don't want to go over all of those numbers because all of those numbers are, it's a lot of numbers for the various effects that the different commander perks have, but it varies on the level, whether you're 3 or a 216 or whatever. So I'm in 11-1. You can look at the traits I pick. Again, virtually everything I do is, especially on this battleship, for the guns, more precise, better dispersion, less reload, without too much negative penalties. And let's see, I went over the mods and all the upgrades. And alright, let's get into the game. You can see we got 80k here. At one point was definitely even not looking super great in this game. I am divisioned up with my buddy. I may have had a Kraken if it weren't for him, but he is very effective at firing, and you know, we're both more concerned with getting the HP off the board than we are getting the ships off the board. I always seem to have kills taken from me, so I've just kind of grown a little numb to it, and I don't. It doesn't really bother me too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes it does, especially having a channel. I want to put up the Kraken videos for you guys, and I just don't get a lot of them. I get a lot of kills stolen, and you know, various things happen. Plus, I play like a suicide bomber half the time that I play. I was a FPS player for years and years and years. I'm usually the guy that would rather rush than sit back, and you can't necessarily do that in this game. This game, you have to be a little more methodical about what you're doing. So, as you can see, we pushed over, we took A, got into some action there. C, if you go around to get a firing angle on the side of C, you're so far off the edge of the map. And then if you stay inside by Pride Rock over there, the channel, that's not the best place to be when those guys come through with C. So we decided to go handle A and then work our way over to B, as those guys would be coming from Charlie and working their way over to Bravo. And then you got one guy running away, you got one guy broadside. I'm not too concerned with my own safety here at the moment, but again, you see I'm backing up. I'm just trying to control the range. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, there also seems to be like you have your firing range. Let's say it's just for throw a number out there. Let's say it's 20 clicks. There seems to be like an effective firing range, like where your shells are not only going to do good damage, but have minimal dispersion. Obviously, degrees of being off course are extended over time. That old theory, not theory, but fact, like a space shuttle, it'll come in 1 degree off entry. If you saw that salvo right there, we just absolutely crushed that guy. One thing where I talk about the power of this ship is just incredible. You can see we get another Citadel there, and that guy had to have probably a 35, 40 degree angle on the bow away from me, relative. So just kind of crazy, man. This ship is something else. If a space shuttle comes in, it's a ½ degree off at entry. That means it's, you know, hundreds of miles off against the water. Whatever numbers are applicable. I'm kind of being a little arbitrary, picking them just to make a point. But So obviously the longer the distance, the shells are going to disperse more. I like to stay, if I have to get in someone's range of another battleship, I at least try and stay outside of their effective range. You know, if I'm coming up on a Nagato, I want to be 15 clicks away, 16 clicks away, 14 clicks away, rather than be 8 clicks away from the damn thing. So one thing you want to keep in mind with these battleships, and frankly with every other ship in the game, it really comes into play. Control your flank. Don't overextend up the center, because then you're going to have all 3 spawn points looking at you. Be very, very careful when you do that. Try to use land on certain sides of certain maps for cover. On this map, if you look at the mini-map, you can kind of run up into the center of B, and then you have an island shielding you a little bit from Charlie. So I look at land features like that. There's one map, I can't remember the map, but it has a huge island in half of Bravo. The outer arc of the circle is just protected by the island. You just run up there with your guns pointed the other way. No one can see you. Definitely helps out a lot. So we're coming up on the Iowa 179K. Throwing it down. We're going to push up over 188K. And the game's going to end. Kind of upset about that. Really wish we would have got to put that guy on another planet. I think my buddy Nuke or myself would have been able to do so. That being said, you can see the absolute power that the Jean Bart has and it's capable of throwing down. As I said before, I would highly recommend it. Hopefully you can complete the campaign. If you don't mind throwing a little something at it, you can get it early. It is a great ship. It is a butt kicker. It is an earner. And the only other premium tier 7 ship I had to play was the Tirpitz before this, and I couldn't stand it. I am super happy that I have the Jean Bart, so highly recommend it. It is what I pull out of the garage every single time I go to use it. A tier 7 ship, that is. All right, so I know you're looking at a black screen. Thanks for coming by. We'll get you out of here in just a second. Gonna have more videos on the way. If you have anything specific you'd like to see, shoot me a comment. I will definitely try to oblige. Take care, everybody. Haha, never mind about the black screen thing. Your boy figured out how to do a frame hold. Crawling, man. Baby steps. All right, y'all. See you in the next video.